Hey everyone, how's it going? It's UC here today, and today I want to talk to you about something that helped me become a pro snowboarder, and it's going to help you become the best you can be. If you're into action sports, and whether you do parkour, snowboard, surf, skateboard, or do free running, I want to show you this way that's going to help you reach your goals, but actually in a way that it's going to happen, and it's not just an inspirational fluff. So it's this 3 steps that you need to take that I'm going to show you. And I call this your game plan because if you just set goals, it's not going to help you get there. And we need motivation and we need steps to get to your goals, and we need a plan. And then you need to go and execute your plan. So to give you a quick story here, how I used game plan and how I used to build my game plan to go pro and reach my full potential is, first, at the end of the season, I looked at all the tricks that I had been able to get on film. And it was kind of like where I'm at, my abilities at this point, my best tricks. And I also looked at what did I needed to improve. So I kind of wrote down what are the areas I want to get better next season, and kind of looked at where I'm at right now. And then when the next season came about, wrote down what did I want to reach that season. Like what tricks and moves did I want to get on my film part? What contest did I want to win, or how did I want to perform in them? Like what results were my goals that I thought was at least a little bit of possible. And then also after I set those goals and I knew where I was at, then I kind of threw those goals and those plans away and focused on doing. I focused on what do I actually need to do to get there. Like what were the things that I needed to learn during the season, and what if I wanted to win this one contest, how well did I needed to, what tricks did I needed to learn from that for that run that I did. Or so when you build this game plan for yourself, that's going to help you reach those goals. It's not just an inspirational fluff that, like everyone talks about, like set your goals and then that's it. But that's not it. How are you going to get there? Like what's the plan that's going to get you there, and what's the action you need to take? So the first step is, imagine that you're at the bottom of a mountain and your goal is to get to the top. So where you're at right now, that's kind of like, what are the challenges that you're facing right now? Like, what are the things that are slowing you back or preventing you from reaching your goals? And they might be fears, like fear of getting injured. You kind of write those down. And then you also have to know, like, what have you achieved so far? Because that provides the motivation for you. Like, knowing where you're at, it's super important. So what have you achieved so far since you started your sport? Like, what are the tricks that you're able to do, and what are you good at, and all that kind of stuff. So you first set those, like where are you right now? And then you start looking at, like, where do you want to go? Like, what's the end result? And you write down, like, okay, these are the tricks I want to learn. These are the moves that I want to be able to do, or I want to, become the best that I can be. Reach my full potential and win these contests, or get coverage, or, magazine covers in these magazines. And you want to be really specific. Like, you want to be, okay, not just like, I want to be the best that I can be, but what is the best that I can be for you? Like, what moves and maneuvers are you doing them, and what does it actually mean for you? And get really clear on that, because then when you're clear on your goal, then you kind of know, what building blocks do I need to get there? Like, it will help you planning the road to from where you're right now and where you want to go. So get really clear on that, and really like visualize, how are you going to look, how is it going to feel when you reach your goals. And then the most important part for this is the in-between. Like, here's where you're not right now, here's where you want to go, how are you going to get there? This is where you want to focus your time on. So you build this plan, and then you kind of throw the plans away. And I know it sounds silly, like, why would you throw these great plans away? It's because you don't want to focus on where you want to go, really. You want to focus on how you're going to get there, and you want to take action. So taking action means like, what are the kind of like the in between steps you need to achieve, like the goals in between the big goal that you need to achieve. Because when you have those in between goals and you have those, it's kind of like you need to build a ladder. How are you going to climb up to your goals? And each step is kind of like the stepping stone. It's a victory for you. Because if you don't set any, like these steps in between, and you don't, like if you don't have a plan, how are you going to get to your goals? It's really hard to reach those goals, and that's a big mistake that most people make. So what you want to do is you want to figure out what are the skills you need to learn, what people you need to meet, what trainings you need to take, what tricks you need to learn, or what are all the things that will help you kind of like step by step progressively get you to your goals. And it's kind of like these, mountaineers. They have like this, they're at the summit of the mountain, and then they have these in-between camps to get to the top of the mountain, whether, if it's a KT or Himalaya or something. And the funny thing is that, they're climbing up the mountain, they make these stops, and, they rest, and they get more energy from those. And then when they actually get to the top, they just look at the view for a couple minutes, and then they're like, all right, great, now let's go back down and set new goals. So that's why you don't really want to focus on goals, or you really want to be, enjoying the journey. Because, once you get to your goal, you're just going to set new goals. We humans are that way. We love challenges, and we love the feeling of victory, and the good feeling that you get when you learn new tricks or moves, and when you succeed at something that wasn't really easy for you and you had to put in the effort. And that's when you really appreciate it too. So it's kind of like this: if you go to a road trip, you have to, and if it's a really long road trip, you might have some destination that you want to go to. But then if you don't go to the gas station and keep filling up your gas tank, you're going to run out of gas. That's the same thing. Like if you, every time you go fill up your gas tank, you get more energy. And you can keep going, and you have more, motivation to keep going. And it's the same way with humans. Like, you need to fill up your gas tank. You need to, get those victories and recognize those victories. Set those goals so you recognize that you made progress, that you've actually, how far have you gone so far? Because if you're just looking at goals and comparing yourself to everyone else, it becomes the journey becomes oftentimes it's like, it's not so much fun. And life, at least to me, maybe to you too, it's about having fun and enjoying it with your friends. And so enjoy the journey and have those in-between steps that will fulfill you and energize you so you can actually reach your goals. Because if you don't feel your energy tanks in yourself, then you don't have the motivation to go through the challenges that you're probably going to be facing. Every level has its own challenges, and to overcome those, you need energy for it. All right, so what I want you to do, if you're committed and if you want to become the best that you can be, and if you really are serious about reaching your goals, then go set your game plan. So figure out, where are you right now? Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? And then go figure out, how are you going to get there? What are the in-between steps? And write all these, there's 3 steps, so I want you to write them down. And once you have those, I kind of want you to forget about the whole plan and then actually go execute it. Because, the greatest plan is not going to work if you don't go and put it into action. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know, what are the biggest fears, what are the challenges that you're facing right now, so I can help create you videos that will help you reach your goals. And also, let me know, what do you want to achieve? What are the biggest things that you want to achieve? And leave me your comments, and I'm stoked to create these videos for you and answer your questions and kind of help you get where you want to go. And that's my goal, is to help as many people to achieve their full potential. So subscribe on the right, leave your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.